well worth going into. So we've established this. Maybe I've hit this on him a couple times. We went over a couple details just a minute ago that he knows sometimes that I'm going for this Americana. So I'm using this arm to stop him from bringing his elbow down, but it's not always possible to stop him from straightening his arm, and now, especially sometimes I'll even get started and I can't finish that way. So he just straightened his arm. I can't really finish the Americana this way. So I go right into more like a rear naked choke type of grip. I want to get my elbows in. So I once again take away all the other options of movement. And make sure that this arm is below his elbow. If you can dig your forearm into his joint, his elbow joint there, that's bonus points. It's definitely good. And I keep my head low. I assist with everything. So all it is, same grips. I'm here, it slides. Real important, like I like reinforcing here on my forearm here, not here. This is cool for rear naked chokes, but you're not doing anything to assist in this push. So I'm going here, and I'm actually pulling up on this elbow a little bit, because this is isolating it. Yeah, his arm is straight, and then I'm pulling his elbow up. This hand is stopping this hand from coming up, thus popping the arm. One more time. So we're here. Like sometimes, like I mentioned, try to go here. Maybe he's just really strong and my chin's not. Boom. Right here. Small motion. Don't allow him a lot of extra space to move.
Everything tight. And your right hand palm up.
My right hand is palm down.
Palm down.
Yep. I'm kind of on my forearm. You can finish it, like your hand on your biceps, but this is actually stronger for me personally, is to be on my forearm.
Push down.
Yeah,
Push down on the right.
Put your hand on the mat, pick your elbow up. And I can lean slightly towards the head. Makes sense? Pretty simple. Follow up on that because that was way simple. So obviously, we're here, we're here. Okay, now he's way smart. He recognizes I'm going for this, he puts his hand down. Ah, ah. So I try not to let him grab his belt because that's a pain in the ass. I keep everything tight. See how I switch hands? So I'm here. Now this goes tight up. I'm not over his shoulder as much as over his triceps this time. Normally I go over the shoulder with Kimuras, but I want to trap him in place. Same exact thing as the Americana, except in order to do this, I need to go through the floor. So I got to wind up really hard. Bam! Well, if I can't make it through the floor, then I got to get his shoulder off the mat. And I'm going to have to forget about this cool shin pin that I did. My chest goes to the mat all the way back here. So I sink back, sink back, sink back, sink back. See how his shoulder came off the floor? Put his knuckles on his spine. And depending on his flexibility, I run his knuckles towards his head. Notice he said tap. That's a good plan. Your feet, your arms are all tied up. You can say tap. So I was going for this first one. It's not happening for whatever reason. He's smart. I keep his arm in control here. I'm not just letting it flop all over the place. I'm reducing his options all the time. I'm still fairly stable here. This is tight. You can use your chin to help if you need to. The wrist trick really helps here, just like the Americana. And my chest goes to the mat. Going backwards steers him up on his side without overdoing it. So you don't have to worry about him pushing you over. I'm still on my toes. I can push back in if I have to, but he knows he's stuck. Right. So do you feel like you can turn towards me anymore?
Hand in here.
Right. So don't let him get there. If he does, you can still finish it. Because you have your whole body weight to push against this if you need to. But you shouldn't have to.
Now, is it more important to bring the hand into the spine or to have it?
In this particular application, I put the knuckles on the spine.
Okay.
Any questions? Anybody's arms hurt?
Good.